Hi, Una here from Unique New Adventure Limited. A little story I'm going to tell you. Part 2 of the arrival into Afghanistan. What I've started to do, I've told 2 stories, well, a story and a half, I suppose, so far. And I've started to dedicate them to people who have supported me along my path. The first one was for my parents. The second one was for my Auntie Auntie D. This one is for one of her sons, my cousin Eamon Duffin. Thank you so much. I went to a birthday party in February last year. I shouldn't have been there. Long story, not for this evening. And I sat beside Eamon. It was my uncle and cousin's 120th birthday. 70 and 50 respectively, Brian and Simon. And I was telling Eamon about my books, my journals. And he just said to me, write. And that's what I've done. So Eamon, this story is for you. Part 2. I head to the guest house, which is in a walled compound. My home for the next 6 months is the tallest city, 3 stories in Mazar. There is a great view of the mountains. It is also where the water tank is. I learn very quickly, like today, that the shower at night is warm, as the sun warms the water during the day. But in the morning, it isn't the same. Night showers are the way to go then. There is a guard's hut on the way in, and a front garden and a veranda. The garden, which the cook ended up growing corn on, is a rarity, as there isn't much greenery in the city. So I've seen. I have some lunch: white rice, raisins, carrots, and nuts with lots of oil, and beef meat and okra. A very new thing for me. And some other foods. I'm not sure what they are, but it tastes delicious. Just to interject, I talk about the different types of food, so I'll mention it because it's in my book. It'll be in italics, but I think it's important just to lay it out today, so I will. This is draft, this is not final, but I want just to share it because I enjoy talking about it. Breakfast is left out in the morning on the dining room table. It is local bread, shaped like a disc, which is usually warm, wrapped in local newspaper, boiled eggs, pistachio nuts, almonds, raisins, local yogurt, really yellow omelettes, sometimes, and local tea. Instant coffee is offered too, if in stock. Lunch is an array of salads, either fresh or from tinned vegetables, bread again, rice, pasta, carbohydrate heavy, fruit, whatever is available locally, including pomegranates, straight from the trees, which were delicious, apricots, oranges, ground nuts, what we call monkey nuts, Irish potatoes, cooked in a variety of ways, including chips with a lot of oil, or vegetable soup. If eating out, kebabs are popular. 3 cubes of meat and 1 cube of fat. The sheep here have fatty bums, literally bums that sit out of their bum and kind of wobbles when they walk. I have no other way of describing this. So the kebabs include 1 cube of fat bum. Dinner is varied too, with the likes of rice, pasta, bread, okra, which is locally called ladyfingers, in a tomato sauce, which is also in the lunch menu. Rice, carrots, raisins, joint of meat with fat and all, and bone and everything. Omelettes, moist and delicious chicken, potatoes, like lunch, parcels of minced meat, or spinach in pasta like ravioli. or chickpeas in a tomato sauce, or goat meat, the first time I had goat. All the food I eat usually is local and, of course, is what is in season. Anything different is expensive or not possible to find. I experienced a few local market trips when our cook picked up the live chicken and then took them home to be prepared. I don't need to go into details, but I think you know what happens. They arrive alive and then we eat them for dinner. The sound, smell and sight of that will stay in my mind forever, including the sound of water from the hose to clean after. Back to my story. I meet some of the team who are from all corners of the globe. We all are here for the same purpose and with one thing in common. We're all away from home. I grew to know when someone needed a hug, and they knew when I needed one too. We all work together, live together, and socialise together. So it is an instant, deep friendship. To this day, I still have one Irish friend I met in the team with goal in Afghanistan. And another friend I met in a different organisation as well, an English friend. English guy, sorry. The toilet situation is explained to me right away. There was only one sit-down toilet on the ground floor. The other floors have a squat toilet. I developed thighs like a bodybuilder as time goes on. So as everyone would get the welcome syndrome, i.e. vomiting and diarrhoea, the downstairs toilet is kept for the new team members for their first 2 weeks, which I am so grateful for. I'm also advised not to drink the local water too, but to clean my teeth with it so my body gets used to the different water. Well, this is definitely the welcome syndrome. After 2 weeks, I move up to the other floors and left the sit-down toilet free. Interjection, it's so true. Whew. My body and insides are doing somersaults with all the new food and liquids going in. I quickly develop a metal stomach, after a day. I will need to be clever when I'm out and about too. I also learn about the BRAT diet, B-R-A-T, banana, rice, apple and toast, for when I get stomach trouble. I need to only eat that and all will be well. So I learn. So I'm told. So I do. It's true. I had to use it once. I have a strong feeling I'm going to need this BRAT diet a lot. After all those very useful insights, I work on nutrition training with my colleague. I'm not feeling very well, so on my first afternoon in Mazar, I head to bed. Imagine, sick on day one. I'm so taken back by all the new things I'm seeing, smelling, feeling, hearing and tasting, and of course the heat. I sleep for a few hours and feel a little bit better, but when I wake up, my heart is racing, only for a few seconds, as I really don't know where I am. My bedroom is spacious. The bed has a large mattress on the floor, how the locals sleep, with my mosquito net tucked in. Mosquitoes are not a friend of mine. I started my malaria tablets a couple of weeks before I left Ireland, but I still must be careful. More about that in Niger. I have red velvet curtains across my windows that I never open for security reasons and privacy reasons. I got used to them like that. There's also a mosque right outside my window, so I get used to the call of prayer too. I am grateful to have my own room and ensuite bathroom, something I treasured as the years went on, as personal space and privacy is limited. I always needed a translator everywhere I went, so the only time I was alone was in the bathroom. I have enough space here in my room and on my wall for my pictures too. Brilliant. Dear God, what an amazing day of newness. Called home before bed using a satellite phone, which is different from the mobile I had at home. It is the size of a brick, heavy and expensive to use. I also had to wait until the sky was clear from clouds to get a connection. I keep crying again. It was a tough day. I am sick, sad, and homesick. And this really is far away. My folks once again do their thing, and I head to bed red-faced, calm, content, sad, but also happy. Day 1 in Mazar is over, and I know I will love it. Night, night. This is 18 years ago. So that's it. That's the end of my second story. Monday, 18th of March, Afghanistan, here I come. So a lot of what I mentioned will be in italics because it's my thought. As time goes on, I experience things, but I'm new to writing. I'm new to this, so please be kind. But I just love to share my stories. I love to share my work, and that's what I'm doing in my new business, in my new path that I'm taking, is passing on my privilege of learning all across the world on 2 continents. Different perspectives, different cultures, different customs, different foods, everything different. And I survived. I came back and this was opened. These have seen things. This has smelled things. This has tasted things. This has heard things. This has felt things, my heart. And I can never go back to how I was pre-Afghanistan. When I was 25, I turned 26 when I was there. And before that, I'd worked in Prague in the Czech Republic. Before that, I'd travelled to France with my family and with friends. I'd been to LA in America with friends. And then I worked in England for a couple of years. So I've seen quite a bit of the world, and I've lots of the world still to see. But this is still so fresh. And when I talk about Afghanistan, it just wells me up. So, Eamon, that's for you. And I will be in touch again with my next story. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.